And one out of two homes in America, and 20 years, songs like Memory, I Don't Know How to Love Him, Music the Night have already become standards. He's won 4 Tony Awards, 3 Grammys. First person to have 3 Broadway hits running simultaneously and has 4 running in London. Would you welcome Andrew Lloyd Webber? Andrew? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, what is all this itsy bitsy teeny weeny business?
You do that at 3 in the morning? That's what Sarah said.
Oh,
well,
dear,
you know.
I let the cat out of the bag. It's going to kill me
great pop
tonight.
record.
Do you get a lot of people who create are night people? Are you a night person versus...
Sort of. I mean, it just sort of depends, really. I sometimes do think of tunes in the middle of the night, I must admit. But I don't think I play them too loudly, do I?
Yes, you do. Far too loudly.
Never mind.
Anyway, I saw Phantom here, of course, and it was marvelous. Now, I understand you're about to make it in a movie, and you're going to play with Michael Crawford, the original cast. Motion picture. Are you looking forward to that?
Well, it's very exciting, really, because I've been sort of working in the theatre now for just, I think, 21 years, would you believe? And it's terrifying. And I'm now getting a chance to work in a completely different medium. And I've always loved movie musicals, but there haven't really been any for successful ones for many years. So it'll be interesting to see whether we make this one work.
Yeah, sometimes they transfer to stage, and sometimes for whatever the mix, they're not as popular on the screen as they are.
I think, touch wood, I think the one thing which the Phantom has going for it is that there have been a lot of Phantoms in the cinema.
Right.
And one kind of knows it's a subject that can work. But we'll see. You know.
Good. I wish you luck with it. It's marvelous.
But all those wonderful American musicals, I mean, that I saw as a child, they all transferred brilliantly. Things like Carousel and Oklahoma and South Pacific, which I always loved as a movie, although everybody said that you had to make sure that you didn't adjust your set in television because of the colors. But
I suppose you're aware of what happened on the closing night with Michael Crawford. They put, I think, a couple of tickets up.
Well, they sold a whole load of Huss tickets. I'm more than aware.
For charity.
I called up and found mine had been sold.
And 2 tickets went for something like $27,500 who bid for the last 2 tickets.
It was great. I mean, we were very, very pleased about it.
Somebody said you went that night and those were your 2 tickets, huh?
I think, I don't know. I'm very suspicious.
You replaced Michael Crawford with a marvelous actor. A lot of people were kind of stunned, not stunned, but didn't understand your choice. Robert Guillaume, who's a marvelous actor.
It's funny because the parallel between Michael, which you wouldn't be aware of, probably in this country so much, and Robert, is enormous because both of them started as trained singers.
Right.
And then both of them, and this is probably what you probably don't know about Michael Crawford, really became very well successful as comedy actors. And in fact, Michael was well known in England as a comedy actor far more than he was in anything else. He, in fact, then played Barnum for a long while on the stage. But quite honestly, we found when The Phantom was announced with Michael Crawford that they all thought that it was going to be some kind of funny show with Michael Crawford doing stunts on ropes and coming out from under traps and saying boo to the audience. and it took 2 or 3 previews, didn't it, Sarah, for people to realize that it wasn't anything like that.
Yeah.
In fact, one night, Michael and I, we sort of had a drink, I think one probably too many, and we wrote a song called Boo for the Phantom coming down the staircase.
Just to sneak it in. Didn't have the guts to put it in, though, huh? We're going to take a break, and then we're going to go over to the piano and do a few things, okay?
Yeah,
all right.
Sure.
What? You want us to go now? Yeah. Fine. Shall we go to your workplace?
Why not?
Meanwhile, here we are.
Yes, absolutely.
What is this? Oh, okay, fine. You feel more comfortable sitting here than sitting over there?
I don't really mind, you know. Yeah. I'm quite happy here, though.
Somebody told me, have you ever written a song with really bad lyrics? That didn't work?
Songs do sometimes have different incarnations, it must be said.
Right.
You know, you probably know, I don't know how to love him. Well,
right.
I mean, that didn't start quite like that. Its first lyric was this. I long for Kansas morning. Kansas eyes come to greet me. Kansas winds, they shift and sigh. I can see you now, you're flying high. Kansas on my brain, I'm trapped in Maine.
Andrew, what's the story behind Memory? Many people have said when they first heard it, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, that it reminded them of some other tune, but they couldn't put a handle to it.
People thought it was really very, very sort of Puccini-esque, which of course it was, because actually this is much too long a story to go into now, but I, in fact, wrote an idea which was going to be about the writing of the opera La Bohème. And it was going to be all the outtakes from the various operas, and which were not written. And there was going to be one scene where Puccini went into a publisher's office and played this tune, and the publisher said it's useless. And anyway, I took it one day along to my father, because he was the kind of great expert in Puccini and was sort of acknowledged world person in this matter. And I played it, and I said, "Daddy, is this actually like something else? What is it like?" And he thought for a moment, and he said, $10 million, Andrew.
And he was about right.
I thank my father for that.
Did you ever do any country? Is country western big at all in England?
Well, it sort of is. There are kind of aficionados, you know, of it. I mean, I always like country and western musicals or music because of the terrible titles they all have.
They do have. It always has to do with unrequited love or...
I heard a wonderful one yesterday, which is Tonight It's Love, Tomorrow It's $50.
I'll give you a title and you can make something up.
I won't sing it for you.
Yeah. How about My Dog Died and Now You're the Only Bitch I Have?
Well, they always do that, don't they? That's a difficult title, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
My dog died, and now you're the only bitch I have.
We may have a hit here. We could have a hit here.
It might rival Itsy Bitsy.
We have to do this. Now, when we come back, you're going to do something else, right? And Andrew's going to accompany you?
Yes,
Okay, we'll take a break. We're coming back. Stay where you are. Do you like Andrew to accompany you when you sing at all?
Sometimes.
Now, what does that mean, sometimes?
Well, sometimes when he accompanies me, he gets into the music and he starts going too fast or too slow and forgets that I'm even singing it.
Oh. Well, anyway, you're going to do music of the night for us tonight?
That's right.
Look, yes. I thank you for coming before we say goodnight, and thank you both, Andrew, for being here. It's all yours.